Ladies and gentlemen, this is everything I learned from week 1 of FNCS. Today, we're going to be going over every single moment that we died and then explaining why we died and hopefully learning from it. I also heard that if you drop the like on this video and subscribe to my channel within the next 10 seconds, the next 4 days of your life are going to change your life forever in a great way. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Kiwiz, bringing you guys another Fortnite Battle Royale video. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we are here to VOD review and review how we died in FNCS and go over everything we learned so next week, we don't make those same mistakes. So in this video, I'm gonna play every single clip of us dying, going into our match history, seeing what went wrong, and hopefully not making that same mistake ever again. If you guys want me to do this every single week, drop a like. And yeah, just so you guys know, we qualified out of opens and we made it to quarterfinals, but we didn't make it to semifinals. We didn't get the top 250, and you're gonna see we made a lot of really dumb mistakes and threw a lot of our games for literally no reason at all. And they're not even like big mistakes. They're mainly just like little small things that are just really annoying. So yeah, hopefully we don't do that. So yeah, anyway, let's go into the compete tab and let's review our games. All right, here we are at 434 with 93 points. We got the same amount of points as Nick 830. Take a look at our match history, and just right off the bat, you guys can see that we had absolutely terrible placement. We actually had a 20 kill game with a second place, which completely boosted us. That was a huge game for us. But our first game was good, but then after our first game, it all went downhill from there. I listen, we're gonna have to go over this. So let's start off with game 1. Okay, so in game 1, we had a really good dead side tarp. Like, this is really good. Like, we were dead side over here. It was really free. Like, we were totally vibing, right? But I actually ran out of mats, and that caused me to peek this guy. I don't know, this is a dumb peek. I hit him for 41 damage, and I actually decided to make this edit, which I feel like any player would do, like, because that's your wall, right? But this guy actually ended up hitting me for a solid 100. I hit him 86 and I go down. So now if we go over to Orange is the one tarping ahead because I ran out of mats, and he actually ended up getting boxed. The mistake Orange made right here is tarping right next to, like, he is way too close to these other teams. He literally boxed up right next to this dude, and there's also a guy right here who probably both have edits on him, when all he had to do was tarp more to the right, because the right side is literally dead. Orange curved into the center for no reason and allowed himself to get boxed. That's why it's so important to know where you're tarping and where dead side is. If I was still tarping, you already know we probably would have stayed going straight, and that wouldn't have happened. But because Orange had to take over and he's not used to tarping, that's what happened there. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. So he gets boxed right here. He hits the 64 shot, and he's dead to a whole trio. So now Jay is left to clutch, and Jay actually does a really good job at being a solo here and clutching up when he has to, and he gets good enough placement, to be honest, for us to kind of have a decent game. So game 1, 16 points, I'll take that. All right, so now for game 2, ignore the party invite in the top left corner. That'll go away after this. It's just, there's a creative bug right now. So the zone pulled all the way over here. This is the zone, right? So we're right here, and so we're thinking we're just gonna swim across and base up right here. That way we're able to look back for tags and stuff, which is a really good play. Like, we would probably do that in a perfect world, but unfortunately there's another team right next to us that also wants to get that position. We end up doing like a swim off for it and doing like a race for it, and getting in this like little fight here and kind of wasting our time, and then we're building up and stuff, and I actually end up getting cracked, which is just we're wasting our heals here and wasting all these mats just to get this hill position that honestly isn't even that important, because if you take a look to the right, there's literally nobody here except for that team, but they're not in the way. They're not a threat right now. So we literally could have just like let this team have that position, and we could have just decided to go all the way around to the right and maybe curve up this way and then go more center, like somewhere over there, or even base up like right here. Like, we could have done that, and then they would be over here and then we'll be over there. Like, we should have just done that, in my opinion. But I mean, obviously in game you think that this is the most important position in the game, but we could have literally just went that way, and we probably wouldn't have wasted mats, because later in the game You'll see what I mean in a second. All right, so it's later in the end game now, and you know, me and Jay are looking for tags, and so is Orange. Orange is peeking through his cone here. The team under us that we stole their position from is now very upset, and they want to go for a triple spray. So what they're doing is they're going right under Orange. I don't know why Orange is so far from us, bro. I mean, I guess it's not that big of a deal. It's not like he would know, but he's so kind of as far away from us. He's separated, and I think they knew that. So what they do is they go for a triple spray. He gets triple sprayed down. He tries to get back up. We're trying to come over and help. He gets broken down and he's dead. So that leaves me and Jay to do a little duo clutch. What we could have done to avoid that is obviously have Orange be a little bit closer to us and just be more aware and hear them building and, you know, kind of look for the triple spray. You can't really predict that, so it's kind of unfortunate. But now me and Jay have so many less mats because Orange is dead now. So we only have 2 people. We don't have a trio. And also we just wasted all of our mats trying to get this position. Ended up getting multiple max pulls in a row. We have no mats because we have to waste all of our mats getting through a super stacked end game. We're basically forced to just follow tarps and stuff, and that's what ends up getting us killed. So, all right, I actually kind of really wanted to watch this game back because I don't know how Orange died, and that's the whole reason why we lost this. So Orange messed up the gas can. Nice. It was supposed to go on there on the roof here, but it fell to the floor. So now they're aware of the gas can because Orange messed up the gas can. So he's going back to pick it up, and you go, okay, nice, Orange. And I'm calming to Orange right now. I'm like, all right, now they're aware of it. You probably shouldn't do it. You know, if you do it, be very, very, very careful, but I don't think you should do it. And so this is what he does. He goes for it, and then he leaves this angle open and gets headshot sniped. He's just peeking his head right here while this whole other team can see. What he should have done is he should have placed a wall right here, blocking it off. That's what he should have done. But instead, he left it wide open. So now that Orange is dead, there's no way we can res him. There's absolutely no way. This team knows now officially that he's dead, and they're gonna key and get the refresh. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is an interesting rotate here. So in this game, I made the choice to rotate left. I'm staying away from this team. This is good. Orange gets sniped from across the map. Orange got sniped by that team up there. It was one of these teams he got sniped by. It wasn't even this team. So that's actually an insanely crazy snipe. I'm not really gonna blame Orange for that, but because he gets sniped, we get hard focused, and I'm pretty sure we get keyed actually. Oh no, Jay shoots himself with an RPG, and that's when we get keyed. Jay shoots himself with an RPG. These guys are shooting at us now. These guys are shooting at us. We're getting lobbied by these guys now. That's what happens when, you know, you just make dumb mistake. Like literally Orange gets sniped from 200 meters or something, and Jay shoots himself with an RPG. You probably could have just kept chilling, you know, obviously, you know, building wood walls here to block our back, keep going, and then maybe either ramp these guys or just keep going to the left and just go around. At the end of the day though, to prevent all of this from happening, honestly, we probably could have just stayed edge and stayed right here, and then we could have rotated in later because there is a lot of teams right here, and it probably would have been best to just sit here, play edge, and then rotate later when we find out what the next zone is. So in a way, that's my fault in a way. Okay, so this is either game 5 or game 6, I can't remember, but I actually get sniped out of the car. I get sniped out of the car. Look, that's like very, very unlucky. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Headshot sniped out of the car. So our whole plan was to take the car and base up on top of the hill, which would have been a great power position because obviously this team is already up on top of this hill, but they snipe me. And like bro, how could you predict that? And I was even telling Orange and Jay, yo, block off our left so we don't get tagged or whatever. So Jay and Orange hop out, and they actually end up rezzing me, which is nice. So now we're going up back for the hill that we wanted originally, and then boom, I get double sniped. I got sniped twice by the same team. I got hit twice. What are the odds I'm insta dead? Like actually, what are the odds? Like really just think about that for a second. I want to see how far they were too. Like I'm actually genuinely curious. This is not Jock. This is a fake Jock, right? We get revenge on these guys later in the game, but that I get sniped by is just sitting in a house. They're just sitting. Look at this. Like, come on, bro. Like, really? Like, honestly, like, is that my fault? Like, I don't know. That's just luck. Like, I I hate to say it, I do, but like, what is that? So this actually forces Jay and Orange to reboot me back at lazy while everybody else is already rotated ahead. So we're like all the way in the back of the zone now. So that costed us a lot of time. Okay, a lot of time, a lot of mats, a lot of heals. And now I gotta refarm, and now these guys are keying us. This is the same team that sniped us because obviously they know that we're going for the reboot, right? It's actually funny. We end up wiping them, which is actually so funny. I kill this guy with a gray pistol. Like that guy's dog meat sandwich. Like, hello. Yeah, and then we wiped that team. But now we lost Orange, so now we're a duo again, and we're even more shambles. Jay actually tries to reboot Orange in the storm, and then we end up getting held by a bunch of teams and dying. So basically, you know, we storm fought and we end up dying that way. I guess just don't get double sniped. I mean, I don't really know what to say about that game. I don't know. So in this game was actually one of our pop-off games here. We actually got a 20 kill second place this game, which is actually a good game, but we didn't win the game, so we're gonna figure out why we didn't win. So my tarp right here is actually a really good tarp because it's like dead side. It's away from everybody else. Like, this is really congested over here. There's some people center, so we're just kind of vibing, like doing our own thing. Pretty sure the people on height are also looking back on all these guys. I'm just tarping up, changing elevation, and this is where I make a dumb mistake. So I'm gonna slow this down for you guys. This is the whole mistake that I made. I only have 13 builds, okay? And I wasn't paying attention to my mats, and I went for height here. As soon as Jay broke it down, I called that we had height because I thought I had enough mats to crank. I even bounced it up. I wasted some mats here, and I'm 0 mats, and they're all 3 as a trio pushing me. And now I'm 0 mats. That was the mistake of the game right there. Because that call causes Jay and Orange to also try and crank, which wastes even more mats as well, and that causes us to just be scuffed instead of tarping ahead and just focusing on the win, and that's where we messed up. All right, so in this game, we had this game completely set up for us. We had height and everything. If we pull half, then we have height and stuff. Like, this great position, great surge. We have like 4 bouncers and everything. Like, everything's looking good, right? Oh look, it's Jarian. Yo, Jarian, if you're watching this video, bro, GG's. Anyway, while we're sitting up here on height and kind of just like focusing on, you know, other teams and trying to get tags or whatever, these guys are plotting to take height from us. And that's one thing that we did wrong, was we tunnel visioned and we were too focused on everything around us, but we weren't focused on the team that was right under us the whole entire time. And that was our downfall later in the game, and you'll see why. There they go. Now they're taking it while we're not paying any attention. Wait, what happened here? Wait, no one's on height. Wow, no one's on height. We're sitting here thinking we just got ramped, and no one's on height. And then they get, yeah, wow, we didn't even get ramped. We didn't even know. We could have held it. We could have fought for it and kept it. That's crazy. I'm just now realizing this. And then coincidentally, we pull half. So this team that just took height on us for us being stupid and not paying attention, they pretty much win the whole entire game because now they're above us and they get height. So I'm tarping in a base here to make sure we get into zone, and we're being triple sprayed by the guys above us. So I was like, I called that we should go down. That was dumb. I botted out here. I made a dumb call. We were second height, and these guys are focusing us pretty much the whole entire game. So I called the drop, and these guys are right next to us when I dropped, and Orange and Jay are over here, and I should have just backed up into the tarp, but instead I dropped, and that gets me killed, and that causes Orange and Jay to play as a duo. So I pretty much sold this game if I were to be honest. All right, so right here, the reason Jay and Orange get so focused and so sprayed while they're tarping endgame. So this is Jay and Orange's tarp right here in the whole center of the zone. Like, that's right in the center. When you want to stay on the sides of it and go around, or, you know, I mean, honestly, low ground here literally looks free. Low ground is literally free. Like, no one's low ground. It's crazy. Everybody's so high. But yeah, that's my fault mainly. All right, this is our very last game, and I'm gonna see what we did wrong here, because this was the game we needed to qualify. Okay, so we're 1,000 above on surge. 1,000 above. Like, think about that for a second. So what I'm doing here is I'm tarping, you know, and I actually drop because there's people above us, so I take low ground. There's literally right above our layer, they had edits on us and stuff, and That's the whole reason why I dropped, which honestly isn't a bad idea, because honestly, if you look at low ground right now, it's completely free except for this team to the right. So that was a pretty good call to drop, I would say, because if I decided to go up, there's even more people and it's more congested, and high ground would have a good angle on us if we went up. So going low was a good choice. What I'm doing here is I'm just tarping ahead, you know, trying to get ahead of zone and, you know, claim more mats and stuff. All right, so here we are right here. We're waiting for next zone. We're in right now. Left side is completely free. Like, there's nothing left side. This is so congested right here. Like, it's so just zone pulls straight this way. Okay, so we actually pull zone again, which is really nice. So we have an opportunity to stay ahead, which is really good for getting placement. We decide to stay low ground and kind of hug this left side. But what I'm completely forgetting is that everyone behind us is also on this side, and they're probably going to be above us as well. So what I should have done in this moment is curve to the left a little bit, just like a little bit, and then like base up one more layer, and then that way we're elevated a little bit, because we end up getting buried and then we end up getting killed because we just get congested too hard. Right here, this is what happens when you stay on congested side in endgame. There's just too many people over here. Should have just focused on staying ahead and just building super quick, and we just couldn't do that. So there's a lot of mistakes that we made, as you guys can see, you know, as far as like the headshot snipes and I made a few bad calls. Orange got headshot sniped pretty much every single game. Jay shot himself with an RPG. My tarping was really good. I just made some few bad calls, but I think if we just kind of learned from that, and then I think next week we got it, in my opinion. I think we're gonna do pretty good. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little VOD review video. I don't really do these, but if this does really well, then I'll do more. Thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. It's been your boy Kiwiz, and I'm out. Peace.